This character is such a masterpiece. From design to gameplay to legs to everything. From the moment I first saw him in the final feast, I knew he's going to be a really cool character. After all, he just casually told the Archon to shut up.
Boring! I mean, why do I even bother?
Now, after playing through the Masquerade of the Guilty, do I still think he's a cool character?
Yes! Hell yeah!
He's everything I expected him to be and more. Very cool, serious, strict and badass. Someone had to keep law and order because this sassy little brat definitely wasn't doing it. What I didn't expect is for him to also be gentle, sweet and most of all emotional. He's even better than what I expected him to be. Also, I love that he's kind of silly.
Excuse me? You're saying that even some members of the Seven don a counterfeit vision before mingling with their people? My apologies.
Speaking of which, I find it so cool that Neuvillette wants to judge even the Archons. You know, those things that slash islands in two, manipulate your dreams or even your whole body, create terrifying or cute monsters and, get drunk? Just imagine a future storyline where Neuvillette goes from region to region to judge all the Archons. Maybe that's why he came to Liyue. He wanted to pay a visit to good old Morax. He really doesn't seem to like the Archons, with one exception, Nahida. Probably because she's shaped like a Melusine. I've only been talking about his badass and strong side, but he's actually pretty soft on the inside. He's an elemental dragon who's been living among humans for hundreds of years, and yet he's still trying to figure out human emotions, even though he's quite emotional himself. He never displays his sadness, but we as the player know exactly when he's feeling sad, because it starts raining all of a sudden. His story quest is one of the best in the game. Not only did it show us more of his emotional side, but it also showed us the past of Fontaine and how the Melusines were treated in the past. It was so heartbreaking watching the Melusines be treated with so much hatred.
Hello, I'm Carol, a Melusine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards! How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Thankfully, people have realized that maybe, just maybe, racism is not good. Not only are the Melusines now accepted into human society, but they are even protected by it. This, combined with Neuvillette's satisfaction at the end, was so heartwarming. It really made me love the Melusines even more than I already did. I really wish MiHoYo would have the balls to release a playable Melusine, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Yes, I know Siegewin will be playable, but that's not a real Melusine. That's just a regular human with bunny ears. Now let's get to his silly side. Yes, this elemental dragon, this being more powerful than an Archon, is quite silly sometimes. For example, his hobby is tasting water like it's fine wine.
Nice.
He loves tasting all kinds of water. Mondstadt lake water, melted water from Snezhnaya, Melusine bat water, and so on. Ah, such a wonderful aftertaste. Neuvillette is the symbol of justice in Fontaine. He doesn't want to let his personal ties to people cloud his judgment. How are the people of Fontaine supposed to have faith in him if he makes exceptions for his friends? So he tries not to form close relationship with humans. But Melusines? Now that's a completely different story. Everyone knows that Neuvillette and the Melusines have a special kind of relationship. He's always so gentle and protective with them. It's adorable. It really feels like he's a father to them. No wonder some people even call him the only male Melusine. He seems really close to every single one of them, and that's saying a lot, because there are many of them, by the way, each with their own name, looks, personality and so on. My favorite is this one. Passive. When Neuvillette brought the Melusines to Fontaine, he set some new laws. Don't be racist, they should only be called by the she-her pronouns or else you will fucking die. Lastly, don't oh god damn it. His design is a masterpiece. It's the perfect outfit for beating a child. No, not this one. This one.
Know your fucking place, trash.
This should be put in a museum. Mona Lisa who? Get the fuck out of here, Neuvillette. This is real art. It's not made to be horny just for attention. It's not made for edgy 12-year-olds who still think Sword Art Online is cool. It's just a beautiful design on its own. And it also makes sense for the character from a lore perspective. That's pretty rare these days, especially in gacha games. We all know why people play this game.
Oh god. Oh heavens above.
Neuvillette is at the top of Fontaine. He's the only person the people look up to now that Furina has stepped down. Well, even before she wasn't exactly respected, she was more of a cute mascot. Anyway, naturally Neuvillette wants people to respect him, which is why I find this design so good. His outfit makes him look elegant, refined and powerful, which is exactly what he needs to keep that respect between himself and the people. Just imagine if he dressed up like Ito. Do you think anyone would respect a judge dressed like a male stripper? It's not just the outfit, it's also his hair and the makeup. Everything is so well put together. It really shows how much he cares about his appearance and the people of Fontaine. He wants everyone to feel like they are in safe hands. He definitely convinced me. I would love to have him as my president. The fact that he uses a cane illustrates that point even further. When a character has a cane, it usually means they are old and or powerful. I love how miHoYo started making Kerali's characters more interesting by giving them a unique weapon instead of using some generic animations. Neuvillette has a cane, Wriothesley has gauntlets, Charlotte has a camera, and Wanderer has mom issues. Oh, and lastly, he looks very similar to otters. I have no idea why, but it's adorable.
I have a gun, bubble gun, bubbles, they make silly sounds, pop, pop, pop.
Don't worry, Lumine. Your water gun is the perfect size. The big ones hurt. Just ask these hilichurls. Initially, I didn't plan on pulling for him because I was saving for Furina. But when I went into the character trial and used his charged attack for the first time, I changed my mind. He's so incredibly fun to play. Not only because he's strong, not only is it because he's easy to play, it's just so fun blasting enemies with this huge hydro pump. On top of dealing more damage than a breakup, he also heals himself with his balls, so he doesn't even need a healer. His balls make him so much better. I love his balls so much. Every time he's low HP, I just have to suck his balls to make him full HP again. All this power comes at a great price though. In exchange for leveling him up and unlocking his power, you have to murder these adorable creatures. You know the saying, with great power comes great massacres of underwater ecosystems.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure. Wow.
Nice.
It's no secret that Neuvillette has been through a lot, and his future is not looking good either. Now he has the responsibility of being an elemental dragon, a judge, and the sole leader of Fontaine now that Furina left. She might not have been the most useful partner, but he clearly enjoyed her company either way. It must be hard saying goodbye to a person you've been working with for hundreds of years. I really enjoyed their constant arguing throughout the Archon quest, and I'm sad to see it go. I'm sure he's not feeling too lonely, because the Melusines are probably taking good care of him.